Welcome back to the Roy Family Farms. I'm Chris, and if you watch this channel, this video will be a little bit different than usual. We had a little incident the other day with our bull. We had a right about there, just the other side of this fence. We had some corral panels and gates set up, like a little temporary chute area. Just really because our bull and our steer do not like being sprayed with fly spray or being handled at all. So that's all it was really for. It was not meant for doctoring or anything. Well, I got done spraying the bull. Was about to open the excuse me. I was about to open the gate, and he decided he wanted out faster. And the gates for those corral gates, the gate itself is up a little bit higher. He stuck his head up under it and lifted it up. The whole thing tipped over. He kind of got sandwiched in between it, head stuck. Luckily, he seems to be fine. He just had a little bit of cuts around his horns. Let's see if we can get over by him. I don't really want to stress him too much. He's still a little mad at me. He blames me. He's back there in that corner. Seems to be doing fine. But yeah, he was sandwiched in between. Luckily, I had a buddy come over because we ribeye the steer. He had something going on with his ear, and we were gonna try to take a look at that. But I was actually, when I got ribeye in that little temporary chute, I was able to actually see that it's just a wart, which you could pull them off, or it'll come off on its own. But let's get in the shade here. But yeah, like I said, the bull was sandwiched in between it. But like I said, my buddy was here. We were able to lift it up, and I think I'm getting bit by ants. Don't know where I picked them up, but we picked it up. He luckily turned his head just right. I am still getting bit. But he turned his head just right and got up, kind of not stumbled off, but you could tell he was a little dazed or surprised or something, but seemed fine. The Heidi and the heifer, man, I am still getting bit. I have no idea where I picked these ants up at, but she blamed my buddy Justin that was here to help. She kind of, I don't think she was really going after him. He's not really used to handling livestock or anything like that. But she kind of went in his direction. He jumped on a gate. He was a little freaked out. She was mooing kind of aggressively at him, but she really didn't go after him. But yeah, so since that happened, I have decided I'm going to buy, which I did buy, a head gate and make an actual chute, because I don't like the idea of not being able to, in a pinch, doctor one of the cows up or anything like that. I mean, we'd have to take them to the vet, which, I mean, it is possible, but you got to get them loaded up, and it's about 35 minutes down the road, and just a pain in the butt if it's something relatively simple. But yeah, that's I guess a learning experience on our part. I didn't think I needed to secure the panels like down with T-posts or anything, just because I mean they were just going to be in and out fly spray, which now with the pump-up sprayer I have, this one actually sprays pretty far. So this morning I just sprayed them when they were eating their food. But that was our day yesterday, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm glad that Barrett ended up not being hurt, and I think his pride was hurt a little bit, but other than that, it turned out okay. Okay, I want to switch gears a little bit here. I want to talk a little bit about some supply chain issues I've noticed. I'm sure a lot of you have. Those corral panels, for example. I got online because I've known for a while it's hard to get what you need to get. You got to go two, three, four different places to get what you need. So I get online. One of the local places, well, national chains, they have three-quarters of what I need. They had two corral panels, and they had three of them. They had three corral panels and one 4-foot gate. Well, I needed two corral panels and I needed two gates. So I searched around a few different other places. It took a little bit, few other stops, and I found a place that had it. But that being said, this all is a recurring theme with a lot of different aspects. You go to a fast food joint, for instance, go through the drive-through, and it says we don't have any. This steak sandwich, is currently unavailable because we cannot get the steak due to supply chain issues. Uh, so you go to Lowe's, like I did the other day, over the PA. They're asking customers to be patient. They have that there's some shortages on some stuff, but they have trucks coming in daily, and this all appears to be kind of normalized for people. It seems like it's been normalized. A lot of people just a little bit oblivious to it. They just got their blinders on. They're just pushing their carts, trying to get what they need to get. And a lot of people are just attributing it to last year, what went on last year. And I mean, there's no doubt that there is some effects of that still going on. You can't shut down the economies of the U.S., the world, all that, and expect there not to be issues. But if you've paid attention to, they really don't highlight it on like national like television news. A lot of the places will have articles about it though on their website. Over the past few years, you've been seeing an increase in like in Canada especially. There was a lot of lumber mills that just mysteriously caught fire, suspected arson, but never really got anything further than that. You had food storage, and I want to say it was Lebanon. They said it was a fireworks factory that blew up and everything, but there's a lot of other articles saying that it was actually some grain storage, I believe it was, and that exploded. China's been buying up a bunch of grain. China's been buying a bunch of gold. Russia has also been doing the same thing. They're positioning themselves to not be dependent on U.S. dollars. China is no longer. They've kind of stopped as treasuries come to their end as they mature. They're not folding it back into treasuries. They're buying more gold and things like that. So, and they're trying to get away from the petrodollar, which is going to weaken the U.S. dollar. We also have had severe money printing the past, like, 6, 8 months or whatever. So you got more money chasing fewer goods, which is going to cause inflation. It causes shortages. It's and then you on top of that you look at the fact that the U.S. over the last few decades has turned into a more of a service-based economy. We don't really produce a whole lot. We consume a lot. We got a lot of stuff coming in from other countries, but we're not sending anything out. That's increasing the cost of our goods because it doesn't financially make sense for these shipping companies to ship empty containers back to China or back to South Korea or whatever country. So they're actually producing new containers to ship back over full of goods, and these containers are just piling up here. But them having to produce new containers, it's driving the price. I can't even talk. The price of goods up. So there's a lot of factors and that are at play here. But the moral of the story here is just I want to bring some, not moral of the story, but the whole purpose of this is it just brings some awareness in case you haven't noticed it or don't think it's that big of an issue. It's a good idea just to be a little more independent of the supply chain, raise your own animals for meat, have some laying hens, what have you. And if you can't do that, just buy a few extra canned goods, a extra case of water here, extra case of water there. If you have an infant, because this is one thing that did happen last year, is there were people scrambling to find formula for their babies. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be panicking to feed your infant. So just buy an extra formula container whenever it's time to buy formula, or an extra 2 containers, which I mean I know that's also gonna deplete supplies from factories and everything, the producers of the formula, but I mean you kind of got to do what you got to do to take care of your family there. And all this has just been really concerning and something, like I said, it's been really catching my attention. It seems to be amplifying lately. So just take from this what you will. I just wanted to discuss it a little bit. It was kind of on my heart. It's something I wanted to share with all of you. So if you like what you see here, just please like, subscribe, and even share this. It just helps expand the channel and helps us share our experience growing our farm and maybe just some stuff like this. Maybe I'll start doing a little bit more like this, a little bit of reports of different things I'm seeing if people like that. But until next time, just stay free and have a good one.